Hello, 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 and welcome to another Bad Seed Bryden video. Now with added clickbait title. So, as you can see from the lovely view, I am in Saltdean, Sussex, just to the east of Brighton. I'm staying with a friend for about a week, just prior to my departure 1st of October for France, and pretty much everything is going well. Planning to be abroad for a while. It's funny, you have to get your advanced planning in. So for example, been doing a little bit of Christmas shopping for when my kids come and visit me at Christmas time, and a lot of preparation, things like that, all done. So it's good, we're getting there. I think I'm pretty much ready for the ferry on Wednesday. Things have been progressing with the house. There was an element of horse trading to be done. The agents informed me that the workshop had never received planning permission when it was extended by previous owner, I think. And so it meant that the workshop was uninsurable as it stood. And I kind of said to the owner, look, a condition of my purchase will be that that's remedied and planning permission is obtained. Long story short, in order for that to happen in France, there's a number of steps and a number of taxes and fees that need to be completed or paid. And the vendor said, you know what, I'm not really prepared to do that. It was going to take about 9 months. So it was going to be on me. But the vendor did offer a price reduction. And I'll be honest, I wasn't entirely happy with the price reduction, but I was going to let it go. I was going to accept it because I really liked the property. So we kind of got over that hurdle. And then the only other delay on my part was I wanted an electrician to visit the property to provide a quote and an estimate on the works required, which I got, I think, Thursday of this week. And the electrician's recommendation was, do you know what, full rewire. Don't mess about amending this, amending that. Let's take it back and put all new in. And I was quite happy with that. I was hoping it wouldn't require a full rewire, but the benefit of that is you get sockets exactly where you want them, the number of them, etc. So that was okay. I then communicated to the agent that I was ready to sign and stump up the 10% deposit, which the agent was relieved to know. They had a bit of concern over how serious a purchaser I was, but I did everything I could to reassure them that I was a serious purchaser who Loved the property, loved the grounds, loved the location. And that's where it all started going wrong. I got a message from the estate agent late on Friday afternoon saying, can we have a quick chat? And I knew it was bad news. So we got on a call, and long story short, the vendor has had some bad news about the health of members of their family, and has decided to lock up the property, return to England immediately, and take the property off the market indefinitely, which is a blow, which is the worst possible news. Possible. So the agent was very good. Obviously, they've put in a considerable amount of work trying to find a purchaser for the property, and they sort of took the line of, look, you can do a lot now with electronic signature. Don't worry about not being present to empty the property, and the vendor isn't interested. I think the word the agent used is the purchaser is adamant they are taking the property off the market. And so, as I say, it's a kick in the teeth. The whole point of visiting France in August was, if I was able to find a suitable property and get the ball moving, then, you know, that would cut down the time I would be in France, staying in rental accommodation and everything associated with that. So it was about 7 to 8 weeks ago I made an offer on that property. So unfortunately, what it does mean is, like the world's largest game of snakes and ladders, I've time traveled. I've gone back 7 to 8 weeks. Annoying, frustrating, can't lie. No one ever said, excuse me, nobody ever said moving to another country will be easy. And I appreciate that. We lit a candle briefly with the hope that I would be in my own property by Christmas. Even before this news, you know, the horse wrangling over the workshop and waiting on the electrician's report, I knew I wouldn't be in my own place by Christmas. Um, Insert expletive. The question is now, will I be in my own place by Easter? I had started saying this was going to be I think I said this was going to be a 20-month process. It's not. I think the question mark now, and obviously I've already started looking at property websites again, even though I'd started deleting alerts from them, having thought I'd found a property. The question now is, how quickly can I find another property. What I don't want to do, obviously, is settle for second best. It's got to be location. It's got to be plot. It's got to be price. It's got to be condition, etc. Right. That is about it, I think. So wish me luck. I take the ferry on Wednesday. I'm moving into the rental on the 2nd of October. No Wi-Fi. How can anyone try and offer a property without Wi-Fi in the 21st century? That's a pain in the proverbial as well. But, you know, this was always a consideration. I've said it in previous videos. I'm going to be in country. If a property becomes available, I'll be able to go and look at it instantly. We haven't got any of the cross-channel shenanigans. So that's where we are. Listen, I'm probably going to jinx it. There may already be one possible contender, but it seems too good to be true. But I will be investigating one property that has already come to my attention. Okay, that's it. Not much of a fun update. Some of you will be very pleased. Pete, those of you who liked the property viewing videos, there will be more of those, more than I intended, certainly. So thank you for watching. Comments, suggestions, likes, dislikes, leave them in the comments section. Thanks for all your subscriptions. I see, you know, this was a channel that started off with 2 subscribers and I was related to both of those. We've come a long way. As with the property, there's still a long way to go, apparently. Wish me luck and I'll catch you next time. Thanks very much.